So for the first time in over a year, prices are up year over year and month over month. Are we starting to see a real estate rebound in Toronto? Or is this just a bull trap? Well, let's take a look at the numbers. Let's get into it. Hi, my name is Adam Nadler. I am the owner of Vision Real Estate. Yes, I am currently out of the country right now, but that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that prices are up, sales volume is way up, and typically for a very slow month of December. So this is all really odd. What is causing this, and what can we expect moving forward into 2024? Well, there's going to be a lot of speculation, especially on YouTube, but let's start with actually what we know now. Before I get started, I just wanted to invite you to please subscribe to the channel using the button just below this video and hit that like button so this content can be pushed out to more people like yourself. And if you have any questions about real estate, please, using the link in the description below, feel free to reach out and choose a time to chat with me at a time that works for you. Or you can simply just email me to adam@visionrealestate.ca, any question you have, and I will shoot you a custom personalized video with the answer within 24 hours. All right, so getting into it. The most recent data that we have is that sales volume was up 11.5% year over year in December and 21.3% up month over month, which are enormous numbers, and we're still crawling back from sales volume that was an extreme low during all of 2023, but significant gains like that are going to impact price, and it has. Average price was up 3.2% year over year, and month over month it was up 2.5%, which is an enormous jump for a month over month price gain on real estate. And now we know that listings are down by 6.6% year over year, and that's no surprise given December is usually the holidays. It's a slow month for real estate no matter what, so nothing surprising there. So what we're seeing is more sales activity, but less inventory coming onto the market to meet the demand. But let's not get too excited because property days on market is still extremely high, and year over year it is still up 22.5%. And when we see 49 days as the average for days on market on the Toronto Real Estate Board, that number should be a blinking red light, kind of just saying, look, we are in a soft market. So even though sales and price are starting to move up, it's still way too early to tell whether or not this is just going to be a bull trap. The one thing that we can say for sure that is good news in all of this is that the rental market has finally started to taper off just a little bit, where one-bedroom condos are now renting out for 6.1% higher year over year, which is an incredibly low number compared to what we've seen for all of 2023, which has been just absolutely bananas. So why December? Why did it happen now that we're starting to see a little bit of an uptick in sales volume and price? Well, 2023 was completely defined as a year to battle inflation. And as the saying goes, when the US sneezes, Canada catches a cold, meaning that we should be keeping a close eye on what the Fed is doing with their interest rates, because that's going to dictate a lot of what the Bank of Canada is going to do with their interest rates in order to keep the exchange rate on par with the US dollar. And what has Jerome Powell just said in December? Well, at the beginning of December, he has started signaling to the market that they're going to be lowering interest rates in 2024.
But Powell reiterated that the Fed may start to lower rates sometime during the next calendar year.
Cuts are indeed in the cards. To 100% say the Fed leaves rates unchanged this week. 53%, that's the first cut in June 2024. That's the first place where more than half see a rate cut. It moves up to 69% for July, and 4.53% is the year-end funds rate.
And naturally, that moved the market, both the stock market and the real estate market. So we have to wait and see what the Bank of Canada is going to do. And most analysts are predicting that they're going to be lowering interest rates this year, but by how much and when, we don't yet know. Also, the Bank of Canada's credibility has been shot over the last few years, and the fact that they may say something doesn't really always pan out. And so when they give us hints, we really have to take that with a grain of salt. At the beginning of COVID, they said that they were going to keep interest rates really low for the foreseeable future and people should just go out and buy properties. Even Tiff McClem himself was assuring Canadians that that was an okay move. And in the end, well, he ended up raising interest rates in the most aggressive 12-month rate hike cycle in Canada's history, putting a lot of people in a really precarious situation. And just a few months ago, they were saying, expect higher rates for longer. Now they're telling us just a few short months later that they're going to be lowering rates in 2024. Well, this is just completely speaking out of two sides of their mouths. We can't trust anything that the Fed or the Bank of Canada says. And so we need to make sure that we're taking this all with a grain of salt and be very careful about decision making going into 2024. So although the analysts are expecting a very bullish market going into this year, I'm still a bit skeptical. I think that we could be looking at maybe a quieter winter and a bit of a busier spring as we do see normally seasonally. But I would really be skeptical about how much they're actually going to be lowering interest rates, given the inflation rate still being just above 3%. That last percent that they're shooting for is incredibly difficult to get to, and there's a lot of money in the system right now. So I am still quite skeptical that they will make target before lowering rates. And if they do lower rates before they hit that target, well, doesn't that just decrease their credibility even more? Suffice it to say, I am skeptical. I would say that you should sit tight for the first quarter of 2024 and just see what's going to happen. Unless you really need to make a move, my advice would be to sit tight. And that's what I'm telling most of my clients, because things are super volatile right now. We're heading into an election year in the States, and that could mean any number of things when it comes to the Fed's rate. So let's hold on before passing judgment and making predictions, which is actually a bit off suit for me. I normally actually love making predictions, but this time I'm a bit skeptical and I'm going to be a bit cautious. So hopefully that tells you something. But hey, that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that we're going to see a bull market in 2024, or are we just getting started going into a bull trap? Thanks for tuning in again, and I will see you next time.